evening, ladies, and Happy New Year. I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you for this honor of being in this room with all of these amazing women who carry so much vision, responsibility, faith, and often the unspoken weight of everyone else's needs. I don't take this moment lightly, especially as we come to the end of the year that asks for more than we expected. Some of us came here today celebrating, but some of us walked in here just surviving. And some of us came in here still believing God quietly, faithfully, even when the answers haven't come yet. Tonight is not about pretending this year was easy. It's about pausing long enough to recognize what carried us through it. So I'm not here to speak at you. I'm here to speak to you. This year was not easy. This year was a year grounded in gratitude. Because when I say I rooted in gratitude, I'm not talking about theory. I'm talking about a posture that held me steady when everything else felt uncertain. So as we take this time together, I invite you to breathe, to exhale the pressure of this year, and to open your heart not to judgment or comparison, but to reflection. This is a moment to honor the woman you have become and to thank God for every season that shaped you. Rooted in gratitude, trusting God in every season. So I want to begin by being real honest with you. So when I talk about gratitude, I am not talking about this pretty word we post at the end of the year. I'm not talking about hashtag gratitude. I'm not talking about a journal prompt or something that sounds really good when everything's going great. Gratitude for me was forged in moments when I had every reason not to be thankful. This year for me didn't arrive gently. This year came with weight. It came with questions. It came with moments where I smiled in public and wrestled with God in private. So when I say rooted in gratitude, this is what I mean. I stayed planted in God even when the season did not look like what I prayed for. Gratitude is not something that came naturally to me this year. It was something I had to choose. There were days when I woke up tired and disgusted even before the day started. Days I questioned my own strength. Days I whispered to God, did I miss something? Did I misunderstand you? And every time I complained, God redirected my focus, not to what was missing, but what was still standing. I still had breath. I still had purpose. I still had vision, even if it needed clarity. And most importantly, I still had him. That's when gratitude stopped being a feeling and became my anchor. So let me ask you, did anyone here like me survive something this year you honestly didn't think you would? If that's you, say this with me. I'm still here. I'm still here. You see, the enemy thought that the pressure of this year would break you, but God knew it would build you. Being rooted meant I didn't quit. Now, I could have walked away. I could have pulled back. I could have decided that this season was just too heavy. But you see, roots don't grow in easy soil. Roots grow when the ground is hard. I learned that some seasons are not about growth we can see. They're about strength God is developing deep within me. So while I was asking God every single day to move me forward, he was grounding me deeper. And gratitude is what helped me stay. There were moments this year when I thanked God through tears. Not because I felt strong, not because I had answers, But because I refused to let this season steal my faith, that's when I understood this truth, that gratitude is not about a season. Gratitude is about who you trust in the season. This year, God took some things from me. Some things I prayed to keep. Some things I didn't realize I was just holding on way too tightly. And some things I thought I absolutely needed. Now, I won't pretend it didn't hurt, because it did. But gratitude taught me how to release without resentment. You see, God does not prune to punish us. He prunes us because he sees what's next. And I had to learn how to say, thank you, God, even when I didn't see it yet. So here's what I now know, that I may not have seen much change on the outside this year, but something in the inside got shifted on the inside. My boundaries got stronger. My discernment got sharper. My faith may have gotten quieter, but it got deeper. That is not lost, ladies. That is rooted growth. There are moments this year when I didn't feel spiritual. I didn't feel confident, and I definitely didn't feel ready. But gratitude reminded me that God does not need me to be strong. He just needs me to stay rooted. Some of my greatest faith looked like just getting up anyway, just showing up anyway, just believing anyway. And if that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. God honors your consistency, even when you're feeling weak. Some of you came into this room today feeling like this year had buried you. But I'm here to tell you, you were not buried. You were planted. And what God plants, he fully intends to grow. So I learned that gratitude became my weapon. It shut down fear. It silenced comparison. And it kept bitterness from taking root. So when the fight was internal, gratitude helped me stand. And see, sometimes we tell ourselves that we just need a new plan. I know I said that before, or maybe I need a new strategy, or maybe I need to hire somebody that can do it better. But ladies, I'm here to tell you, you don't need a new plan. You don't need a new strategy. What we need is a thankful heart in the middle of the battle. So before we leave this moment, I need you to hear this. And I'm speaking directly to you. This is not to encourage you, but this is to tell you the truth. You did not make it to the end of this year by accident. You are standing here because God carried you. He carried you through the nights you cried in silence. He carried you through the prayers you didn't have the strength to finish. He carried you through the moments you showed up for everyone else while quietly falling apart. And yet, you're still here. That season didn't defeat you. It didn't disqualify you. It didn't delay God's hands on your life. Ladies, that season, it rooted you. So don't rush past this moment. Don't minimize what you've survived. And don't overlook the strength it took to stay. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not running out of time. You are exactly where God intends for you to be. So as you step into this next season, step with gratitude, not because everything makes sense, but because God has been faithful. Let gratitude be the posture of your heart. Let it steady your faith, and let it silence fear. Let it remind you that if God sustains you here, he will surely lead you forward. So, because a woman who is rooted in gratitude cannot be shaken by any storm. So, as this year comes to a close, hear this: what tried to break you will not define you. What you endured will not be wasted. And what God is growing in you right now will carry you into what's next.